Merry Lea history, it doesn't start in 1964, right? And it doesn't start in 1827 when the first land surveyor stuff started happening here. It started way before that. So being more truthful to the indigenous history of the land. We philosophically, in a land management perspective, believe that we need to be active. The word restoration itself has a limit, because the question should be restored to what? So you have to pick a point in time that you feel in your study represents a healthy system. So the interactions with native peoples on this landscape is probably a pretty good indicator of what it could be like. Well, I love standing on this ridge and kind of looking out across additional landscape that all made up this upper kind of high level of this watershed that we're standing on. So you can imagine that all this water that falls on this site is making its way down into High Lake. And we know that by having the water fall on the systems that we're working at bringing back health to, means that more water gets filtered well before it enters the lake system. The fact that we're at the headwaters of the river system, if we can have the best quality water going in there possible, that's a great thing. It benefits everything from here to Lake Michigan. And so the prairie part that we see here is obviously a key factor in it. The woodlands that are around beside us here, and then heading off down you can see some section that we've again burned this spring, and on up over the hill, that's a sand hill that has been thinned out, fires introduced on a regular basis every couple years for sure. You see kind of a savanna. Off in the distance to the east you can see a wetland, and it creates a habitat for all kinds of creatures, waterfowl, amphibians, macroinvertebrates, and then all the surrounding animals, creatures in the ecosystems that will make contact with that. I remember walking this very landscape with Bill Minter and some visitors, and somebody said, "So is it looking like what you want it to?" And you can look across here and there's obviously signs of a pretty healthy prairie in a spring that we're seeing. And Bill said, you know, that looks pretty good, but it's a long time after any of us are alive that this system will really be healthy. So it's on this longer term trajectory. And so for me as a leader, recognizing what I do today may not have particularly amazing results that are seen this year or next year, but I want to choose things that can have a longer term impact.